Coming up on Mountain News this morning, a big crowd attends a blood drive held in the city of Louisville as the need for donations remains critical. And there's an alarming increase in crashes involving motorcycles, with some of them ending in death.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Chas Gayhart. It is 4:59 on Monday, April 17th. Let's go over and check in with Brandon. It's a cool morning.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a chilly forecast. Exactly, a little bit chilly forecast out there this morning, but we're going to go in the right direction today thanks to some sunshine. It's going to be a bit breezy at times, though. Let's take a look and see what's still going on. A few clouds still left over this morning. Had a few spotty showers work their way through overnight, but I believe we'll start clearing here pretty soon. Taking a look at those current conditions from Hazard, the WYMT studios. We'll take a look at some of those temperatures, and I do believe what I saw earlier was in the upper 30s, so we're going to continue to watch that there for a little bit. Yep, over in Wise and Jonesville this morning, but a lot of folks still in the 40s. Jacksboro also in the upper 30s there at 39. 48 Wayne looks to be one of our warmer spots this morning. 45 Hazard, 46 Prestonsburg, Pikeville, Jackson, and Somerset. 44 London, 43 in Manchester to start your day off. As we head into the coffee meter, you're going to need a little extra because it's Monday again, and of course it's a little chilly outside this morning, but as you head out the door, you're going to be seeing again that forecast looking pretty good overall. Temperatures not as warm as they have been. Upper 50s close to 60, and we'll continue to see the possibility there for the chances for a little bit of sunshine with clouds and breezy conditions as we head deeper today. But overall, not a bad day at all. We're just going to continue to see a fairly nice forecast. Now, there'll be a warming trend as we head deeper into the week, and we'll continue to kind of keep an eye on that for you, and we'll continue to kind of keep an eye on everything and talk more about it coming up here in just a little bit. Jess?
Thank you.
In the aftermath of Monday's tragic shooting, the need for blood has been critical, not just for the Old National Bank victims, but to replenish the blood lost for all trauma victims.
Every day, individuals have a tragedy because anybody who needs blood, that's a tragedy to their loved ones. They need that blood to stay alive. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a mass shooting, anything. People who are cancer patients use blood, so there's always a demand for blood. A
demand Chloe Harris knows all too well. Harris works in an operating room at U of L Hospital, so she knows about the importance of blood donors and wanted to be a part of the replenishing process.
I'm not really new to gun violence. It just happens almost every night that I work, so to see how much blood needs to be put into one person that gets, in some type of trauma, it just emphasizes how important it is to be here and donate.
All 60 slots to donate on Saturday were filled, but that didn't stop walk-ins from showing up. Donors answering the call after some of theirs went unanswered Monday.
We were trying to get in touch with them, are you okay? Are you safe? That kind of thing. And it was just overwhelming, and it was unfortunately very scary and traumatizing.
It was really hard that it was that close. I was getting texts from all my friends out of town. I was with a police officer, actually my grandma's neighbor, so we were listening to it on the radio, his radio, so that was kind of hard.
But what gives them solace is the response from the community in one of the city's darkest moments.
I think it's amazing, especially because a lot of times if something like this happens, it could really bring people down, and to see people coming together is just when I saw all the slots were filled, I was like, that's amazing, that's awesome. I'm so glad that people are coming out to donate.
That was Brandon Spencer reporting. Louisville Metro police officers are receiving support from their fellow officers after last Monday's mass shooting. The department has a peer support group that helps officers deal with traumatic events in a healthy way. The group has also been at the hospital with Officer Nicholas Wilt, the officer who was shot in the head while responding to the mass shooting. They say just being there for fellow officers can make all the difference.
So we are showing that support by being there and offering any services that we can for that family. We let them know how proud we are that we wear the same badge and uniform.
At last check, Officer Wilt is still in critical condition. Motorcycle crashes are increasing here in Kentucky. Compared to this time last year, there's been an uptick in motorcycle crashes and deaths. Lori Weaver Hawkins with AAA says by this time last year, there were less than 200 crashes. Up to this point in 2023, there's been more than 230 crashes. Hawkins says Kentucky has had 15 motorcycle deaths this year compared to 8 deaths at this time last year. Those numbers do not include moped or scooter crashes. She says visibility is critical.
People driving other vehicles have more difficulty seeing a motorcyclist because of the size, and as of course is true for scooters and similar vehicles. So they're smaller, they're harder to see. Now, if you add things like rain, fog, those sorts of things that are already impairing visibility, then it would follow that they would be even more difficult to see during inclement weather.
Hawkins says it is important to stay aware and for motorcyclists to always wear their helmet. In Harlan County, 2 teenage girls are now safe after they got lost on Saturday. Several members of the Harlan County Rescue Squad and deputies with the Harlan County Sheriff's Office responded and assembled search teams to cover as much ground as possible. The girls said they were somewhere on a trail located off Slow Hollow. After searching for nearly 5 hours, one of the deputies found the 2 girls and the 3 dogs that belonged to them. A high school freshman is raising money to help send the Prestonsburg Police Department to Washington, D.C. for National Police Week. Olivia Tussey is a Prestonsburg High School freshman. She's raising money for the Prestonsburg Police Department to attend National Police Week in Washington, D.C. During that week, a candlelight vigil honors the nation's officers who paid the ultimate sacrifice. Last summer, 3 officers and a K-9 deputy in Floyd County were killed in the line of duty after an ambush attack. The trip to our nation's capital is another way for the department to honor their fallen heroes.
Well, they're like my extended family. Where my mom works in dispatch and my dad's a fireman, I've grown up with them. I overheard them talking one day about how expensive it was and how they wanted to go. So I was like, if I could raise even a little bit of money, it would help them.
Olivia and her brother are selling suckers at Prestonsburg High School. The school will also have a salad lunch on Friday. The department says it needs to raise about $22,000 to be able to go to D.C. And thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Coming up, we hear the story of a man who survived a severe bacterial infection caused by a small injury in the kitchen.
And sunshine returns to the forecast for much of this week, but will it last the whole week? I'll have the answer in about 3 minutes.